Hey guys, it's me, Rora, and welcome to another video. Thanks to a bunch of teasers, we have a bunch of new info about upcoming stuff, so I'm gonna share it with you all here. There's an upcoming passive for Stalker, a rework for Guest 666, a new passive and ability for Prototype, and teasers for the upcoming Survivor Aubree as well. Let's get into it. First up, we have this new Stalker Passive. November 25th, a random picture of a Robloxian standing on a wall was teased. As we would find out a couple of days later, the teaser was for a new passive for Stalker. Stalker will be able to cling to walls, and this will make all of its abilities do something different. Stalker will be able to wall cling every 10 seconds. They will become almost invisible and drain 5 stamina per second while wall clinging. They must use an ability, jump off, run out of stamina, or be stunned for the wall cling to end. Jumping off grants Stalker haste 3 for 1.5 seconds and gives them 15 stamina, but they aren't able to use abilities for 2.5 seconds. While clinging to a wall, if Stalker uses Rage, its uppercut ability, instead of uppercutting for 35 damage, it will pounce from the wall for 25 damage, and its abilities will be disabled for 2 seconds. If Stalker wall clings while Hunt, their invisibility ability, is active, they will be able to wall cling with full invisibility, though Hunt ends early. Using paralysis while wall clinging creates a cloud with a radius of 45 studs that applies fear to survivors for 5 seconds. Stalker also gains haste 2 for 2 seconds, but its abilities will be disabled for 1.5 seconds. We don't know a whole lot about what this passive actually looks like, but hopefully we'll find out more soon. Maybe we'll even get it in the Curse of the Werestalker Part 2 update. Guest 666 had a new passive for him shown a few days later. Now, he will have a wall kick ability that costs 18 stamina to trigger. In reality, it consumes more as Guest has to jump to be able to initiate the wall kick. This passive will also replace his existing one, so he will have normal stamina management now. Changes to model were also teased. Now, it seems model will walk when placed. It's up in the air if model will continue debuffing the killer, or if model will start buffing survivors instead. However, Guest's Scream ability is not getting changes. Prototype is also getting some significant tweaks. It's receiving a new passive, ability, and ability rework. Firstly, its new passive, Overheating, was teased December 7th. This passive makes it so that whenever Prototype uses a coil, if it uses another coil within 6 seconds, the cooldown for that coil is increased, and this stacks. Prototype also gets some speed and stamina modifiers for 6 seconds after using a coil, and these stack per coil. Now, this didn't really make sense to me since Prototype only had 2 coils. However, that evening, Prototype's new third ability was teased, Regen Coil. Thanks to his passive, if Prototype uses all 3 coils, whatever coil it used last will have an additional 16 seconds of cooldown, and it will have 15% more stamina drain. Regen Coil itself gives Prototype regen and slowness while giving surrounding survivors regen as well. It's definitely not supposed to last 15 seconds though. We also received this teaser.
Regen Coil activate. I'm speeding up.
Finally, Speed Coil has been changed. Instead of simply giving Prototype haste, Prototype instead dashes in whatever direction they're moving. They do still give other survivors haste though. I'm reminded of the scrapped Prototype rework from a while ago, but I doubt this version will have the same debuffing capabilities. Aubree has had the most teased about her, and she is confirmed to be releasing before the rewrite, so I think this might mean she's coming with JX1-DX1's rework. She was actually the first out of all of these teasers after the team discussed teasing more in-depth stuff, but since she has a lot of stuff to cover, I left her for last. Aubree was first teased on November 23rd, and the teaser showed her swinging her sword 3 times before putting it away. It has since been confirmed that she'll need to hit all 3 swings to stun. The next teaser dropped a couple of days later, and it showed Aubree with 3 different swords. Her default one in the first teaser, the Illumina, and the Blood Sword. The teaser after that dropped the 29th, but I'm going to skip to the last one about her, which came out on December 2nd. This teaser showcases Aubree's actual mechanics. It seems that she technically only has one ability that is modified by part of her gimmick, the face UIs. When she hits the killer with her default sword, Aubree fills up a meter on the right side of her screen, the second part of her gimmick. The teaser also demonstrates that she does indeed need to hit all 3 slashes to stun the killer. Then the teaser says that swapping between insert and revise costs half of the meter, and when using revise, Aubree's sword changes to the Illumina. We see Aubree use what is presumably one of the Illumina's specials, and since we don't see insert used, I suppose they used their third face GUI's ability, Require. However, the text calls it Chase Attack. How exactly the whole thing works isn't super clear here. When the teaser said swapping between insert and revise costs code, I thought it meant that insert would equip the blood sword. However, it later says insert is another special ability, leading to the question of how Aubree equips the blood sword. It also says most swords cost codes to use their special abilities. Does this just imply one of the 3 swords doesn't? Or is it perhaps implying Aubree has more swords than just the 3 we've seen? The teaser we got on the 29th simply showcased Aubree's Illumina. It seems that when Aubree slashes with the Illumina, she dashes forward with each slash. Her specials with it seem to be a longer lunge that she chains into more slashes, and a spin attack, though I'm not sure what these actually do to the killer. A couple of days later, we received a teaser of a gameplay footage simply dedicated to an absolutely abysmal slash. The next day, the second to last teaser for Aubree released, showing her using the blood sword. It seems one of its specials has Aubree charge the killer and push them. The other special has Aubree hold the blood sword out in front of her and counter any attack or at least any M1.
Alright, that should cover all of the teasers I wanted to show you guys. Of course, there's new teasers coming out every so often, but I thought these teasers especially warranted a video of their own. Do keep in mind that nothing is completely final though. Leave a comment if you have anything to say, leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.